guys, so let's start a new prediction for next week and a quick recap. Promise it will be quick. Of last week. The last prediction was that we gonna see a push to the upside, a rejection from the 400, and immediately reversal to test the support at 390, 385 area. What happened? We pushed, reject again with big candle, push to the 390, and then find the support with the buyers and coming up to the end of the week with option expiration, which the only thing that move the market. So this is just an option movement, nothing else. And the prediction from last week was basically, I think, almost 100% correct, beside Tesla, and we talked about it later. So new prediction for next week. What do we see right now? What I'm seeing right now, I see a divergence. You can see it here, as we thought that it's gonna be. Any move to the upside will create divergence, and it did, but it fall. So does it mean that we're gonna see continuation to the downside? Yes, we can see that we are in a downtrend. This is the 200. We are rejected again from the trend line, which is, you can see, very strong. And at the moment, it doesn't need to do so because it can fall, come again, and then decide to fall. So it can do something like this and then decide to fall and then bounce it from above. So this is one possibility. Let's move for the monthly and see how it looks there. This is the monthly of the S&P. You can see it, how it break on the monthly, the trend, and resting from above. You can see it moving right to it from with a big red candle and then resting. Of course, it's resting on the 380 area, which is a nice support. A lot of people think that the S&P gonna fall to the 320, which is this area, because yes, there is a good area of support and buyers waiting and sellers waiting there. So it could do so. We are in a downtrend. But at the moment, because we break, as I said earlier, I think we're gonna see for a few 2 months maybe a sideways move. Let's go for the weekly. This is the weekly. You can see the rejection and then the pressure coming, the buyers coming, pressure for the movement for the upside. But remember, because we are in downtrend, it's gonna be very difficult. Even though it's look very nicely like reverse head and shoulders, so any break and green candle above it could push the market higher. And I don't see any divergence on the weekly, so it means it's still gonna do its stuff and move with the trend, nothing else. With the daily, we see the divergence, but we see this big rejection candle, even though it's still weak and below. So you can see it here, what happened here, what it is. So it can create this trend, move to the downside, and then bring the buyers. And it did here, so nothing here. Let's go. This is the 1 hour chart, but still, let's look. This is the 4-hour chart, so it found support on 377. As we look, the trend it changed, momentum is positive. Next target, it need to break the 400, catch a lot of buyer here, new buyers, weak hands, touch the 405. This is my target at the moment. What I don't like, on the 4-hour chart, you can see it here. So you can see it there. This is a nice divergence and momentum negative. So I do think, I don't know if we're gonna see a spike up or a gap up and I really think that we're gonna see later push to the downside. Will it be next week? At the moment, I don't know, because again, divergence there, and this is the move. So I don't know where it's gonna end. Is it gonna end on the 400 and then reverse, or is it gonna manage to break it and then reverse from there? So there are two possibilities. If I'm checking the algo, let me check something. It did reach to the 400, move to the downside for Fibonacci level 387. This is it, and then coming up again, which is good. Next target is 408. On the shorter term, it needs to touch the 398 and could found reversal there. So this is on a very short term, probably something here, and move it a little bit and then find a reversal. We are still in the short term, we are positive, and this is a big sideways move. You're gonna see it. Let me make it smaller. You could see it. This is a big sides move. This is from October, even maybe the end of September. This is a big side move. So it started off positioning for a much bigger move at the end of the year, which is good. So be patient. Doesn't mean we're gonna see a break to the upside or to the downside. I don't think yet. So at the moment, for the shorter term, I will check how it reacts to the 398, even the 400, even if it managed to close above it. At the moment, I think it's gonna reverse. The SPY is a little bit weak. So I think the QQs, the triple Qs will take the lead. I think maybe for next month. And the SPY will follow it. And so far, if I want to see it breaking, I don't know. I don't see it breaking to the upside. And if it breaks, it needs to break, I don't know. Let me check. I will be very suspicious if it break the 410, this area. So it could touch here and then reverse, or even touch the 400. So we are in the middle zone. The option push it. So let's explore new stocks and then decide at the end what the S&P could do. Let's move on to the Qs. With the Qs, it's very nice. It didn't touch our target yet, but I think it will. It has more momentum to the upside. So I think it will touch the 286 and then find rejection there. Even though you can see it also here, the trend started to be positive. But it's weakening. This is why I don't like it's weakening. Let's check it. Let's go for the weekly. This is the monthly again. You can see the rejection from the trend. So you can see that the S&P already broke it and now resting. The Qs didn't. So probably gonna see a push from the Qs. Let's check here. This is, the stochastic already broke it above, but still a little bit weak. A lot of buyer came in here and also maybe now they will break to the upside. If we go to the weekly, you can see it break the trend and this time move to the down, and now the buyers decided to come. So this is a commitment. You can see this is a weekly. You can see this week here, and also coming at the end of the session. Could reject here and even for the 300, but the bars are coming. It's crossed and closed above the 50, which is good. So continuation to the upside. So the weekly is looking very good, and it could drove the SPY even higher. At the moment, still on a downtrend. Gonna be very hard to break the 290, 295 area. The Qs find its we see next target for the Qs is 294 and then reject. But I think it will do a reversal at the opening of next week. So I do think it will move a little bit lower and then do something again like here and something like this, or even there. Let's go for the 1 hour chart. Let's make it much smaller. You can see on the 1 hour chart it's positive, which is good. It broke the trend, bring the buyers. So let me check something. Sorry guys. Yeah, the 290 gonna be very hard. There is a gap to close there, and I think it will hunt this gap, the 286 to check it here. Yeah, the 286 to close it, even reach 286.65. I don't know if it has the power to reach above to the 294.50 area. You can see it on the daily. You can see where it is. So grinding, this will move lower, this is move higher, and then it will meet here. And again, starting the move of a sideways move. Be very careful. Buyers came in here, which is good. You see, this is a small volume, but they came. This is the end zone, stop losses here. So I do see a move to the downside, false break, and then if they want to break to the upside. Check again something here. Yeah, see something. Make it bigger. This is 89. This is probably almost 97. So there is a divergence. So it could break the divergence, but in order to do so, I want to see immediately I want to see or a gap up and opening here, coming back down, and then move to the upside. And it did do so where it was. Let me see. This is here. On this area, you can see this is moving up. This is moving down. What it did, it moved down, create a divergence to the upside, and immediately push up and manage to break. See it here. So this is a short continuation. This is a little bit different. This is a short continuation. So be very careful. If it opened with a gap down, it could flash here. So be very careful. This is the scenarios I could see. And because this was the option expiration date, this is why we see this big move to the upside, to take out all the money from the option. And you can see the volume, which is good. This is a moving up volume with momentum, but you can see here the sellers are waiting. Let's move on to Tesla. See how it looks there. Tesla. All right, let's go here. Let's make it bigger. Tesla, where it was there. Yeah, with Tesla, we saw. I wanted to see the move again to the downside and then bring the buys. What it did, open with the gap up and immediately push to the upside. Open with a gap up, immediately push to the downside. So it caught a lot of stop losses because the gap up touched all the stop losses above here of the short sellers and move it up. And then the buyers came and it opened with a gap up and it immediately flashed down. Find support here, which is good. And now It's still not a change of trend, but this is a good indication of trend changing. Do we have divergence? Any move to the upside will create divergence. So be patient, even if it moves to the 150. So intraday could be a fantastic day trading, but even for investor or swing trade, even if it moves to the 150, it will create a divergence. So wait, let it come to you again. Find the buyers, see the support, see them holding the price, and then moving to the upside. It's going to be very hard to break these 200 EMA. This is almost it's going to be 6 months of sellers lurking out. So be very patient with it. If we go to the daily to see how it looks there, you can see it managed to break. So it's still on negative, big negative. You can see it way far away from the 200. So it need to come a little bit closer to it. If we go to the 1 hour chart, you can see it here. This is 98, almost 99. This is 95. So again, there is a divergence for short continuation, but there is no confirmation. This is why I will wait. Most of my decision is after the opening. I want to see what the big buyers and sellers are doing. So there is a divergence to the downside, but you have to wait. So because the buyers committing here with the trend. So I want to see what they are going to do. There is the break of the trend. You can see the trend is breaking here on the 1 hour chart. But I want to see the move up and move down, which will create something like this. Sorry. And then a divergence to the upside. I will wait. I will wait for it for the long term. Intraday is different story. You could enjoy it intraday. Let me check something else. Wow. It is C. You can see where it break and it changed the color. It's coming back to bring the buyers. All right. So even here, when it broke down, it's coming up to bring the sellers. So be patient. You can see it here when it broke, coming up to bring the sellers. So you want to be patient, and from there you can see what happened. So be very patient with it. Let's go for Apple. Apple did nicely. It touched the 137.95 twice. Very good. Good breaking to the 141. Again, with all the stock, you would see the divergence. So I will be very suspicious of the moving off to the upside. Let's take it on the daily. You could see it here. Divergence. This is why I don't like it. And the buyers committing here. So it could fail here and then coming up again. So it could do something like this and then coming. And then I want to see something like this. A divergence to the upside. At the moment, momentum is down, divergence is to the downside. Be very patient, even though the market knows how to create divergence and don't act accordingly. So it could push to the upside. Everybody took the short. I don't have confirmation for short, so I will be waiting for it. Maybe in a shorter time frame. Let's see how it looks here. So maybe you could take it below there because the bar is committing here. So if they fail, it will move down. Momentum is positive again, so I will wait for the move to the downside and then coming back. You could see it here. This is why this is moving down, this is moving up. So 1, 2, 3. You know what? Let's check it out with. You can see a lot of different tools that I'm using. You can see where it reached to the 137 here. Next target 140. So you have the zone, you have the stop losses, enjoy the ride. At the moment, even though the momentum is positive, it started to weakening. You can see it even if it push higher. If it push here higher and creating something like this, and this won't reach there, it will create a divergence to the downside, so careful. And I'll wait for it. I will wait for it. So this week I'm gonna be very patient. Let's move NVDA. NVDA was a great prediction. 1 to 77, an easy one. On the opening, reach, find a reversal, reach again. And this is the reason why I think we're gonna open with a gap down. I don't know. I'm just thinking we open with a gap down and immediately flash to the downside and it pushed the market. Also, there is no divergence for continuation. You can see it here. The divergence, it's too, I don't know. See what happened. This is moving down. This is moving up. I don't know. Let me check it here. Let's go for the weekly and see how it looks. Even though there are green, nice candle, volume is down. So it needs to bring more buyers. Even though it was resting, very technical stock, very easy to trade if you know it. Big green candle, no wicks, but see what happened. You can see it moving. This is the reversal we talked about. I think we're gonna see a push to the downside. Let me check again the daily, how it looks. With the daily, you can see it here again, 89, almost 90. This is probably above 98. Oh my God, it needs to push down. It needs to push to release some pressure, and then this continue to move to the upside. Just being too long, and if it won't manage to break the 188 where it was, yeah, 188. Definitely divergence to the downside. You could see it here where it was. Looking at here. All right. So you can see something like this. This is a push to the upside. No, where it was. No, it managed to break. Let's see. There is no here. Cannot see it at the moment. I could look it maybe later. But I don't like this divergence. There is no entry yet, so be patient with it. Let's look at the 60-minute how it looks. It break it, which is good. You can see it break it. Even though I think it's 100 already. Yes. Oh, 99.53. Oh my God, 99.76. Yo, it's too much. It's too much. It could rest on the 100, but it's too much, guys. You need to release some pressure. If not, it will explode. And not in a good way. Let me check it here. Yeah, and it also a little bit too far from the MA here, so it needs to move down. But I don't know, visually, I'm looking at it and I like what I see. You can see it here. push, release some pressure, and then decided to move. All right, so I think it needs to do something again. Release some pressure and then move again. Let's move to meta, and then MRNA. Meta. All right, meta, continue to the move to the upside. Nice move, grinding it up. Divergence, very basic. Let's see it here. See it here. Divergence to the upside, very good. Break it up, probably make a reversal. Momentum is starting to be negative. So, yeah. Let's see what it's doing on the daily. It's clear. Yeah, grinding slowly, grinding to the 150. It closed the gap, so sometimes when it closed the gap, I don't know, it has the momentum, so volume is coming up, which is good, but there is no divergence or continuation. This is on the daily. We go to the 60 again. Let's see where it comes back to the 200, release some pressure and then move to the upside. Sorry, I don't have lines. I gave it. Yeah, on the 140, be tricky to cross it. It's nothing else. MRNA. I didn't talk last week about MRNA. All right, MRNA was changing the trend. So is it ready to move to my next target? Because as I remember, when it break above here, my prediction was that the next key is the 235. Could it do so? It was resting here, which is nice. There is no divergence. So, and there is the divergence. Guys. Oh, this is a good opportunity. I don't know if I would take it. Be very careful, but you can see the volume here. A lot of sellers. So manage to break it. Push to the 235. If you want to be a little bit, I don't know, riskier, you could, I don't know, maybe enter and for the hope for the move to the upside, be very careful with it. Let's check it on the daily to see weekly. Let's see how it looks. You can see the weeks. Be very careful with it. Let's go for the daily. You can see the rejection. So sellers are lurking. And be very careful. MRNA is very known for its ability to take out a lot of stop losses. You think it's gonna move up and immediately flash to the downside like it did here. You think it's gonna move up, immediately flash down. You think it's gonna flash down and immediately push to the upside. And you see what happened there. This was the prediction of the moving to the upside to the 210, and it did. It flashed down and open with a gap up. So be very careful with it. If you think something for the positive way, it immediately falls. But I'm at the moment positive just because of the 200 daily EMA. So I'm positive. Will it go to the upside? I'll be looking for entry for a long because it was resting here. Or a bounce, small stop loss, maybe. I don't know. Could be very nice. Again, let me check something. This is 85. Again, you can see at the 1 hour, it's going to be very hard for it to move from the 125 to the 205 with 2-3 big candles. It needs to push down. But MRNA can do so, guys. Let me check something. Let's see. I don't know. I'm positive about it, but I know you need to check where you want to enter to this stock. BA. Nothing much to do here. Let me check. Yeah, it lost its power, so now resting. So this is a resting on uptrend, which is nice. Probably next on the 200, just because it's a round number. Do we have a gap? No, not much gap. Let's look at it on the weekly to see how it looks. Yeah, the 200 probably move to the downside, bring there is no divergence, managed to break it. Let's see on the daily. Yeah, it's too far away, it needs to reverse. I did some small reversal, you can see the bar is controlling the falling down. So it will rest here. If it break it, move to the 50. If it break it, move to the oversold area. It's gonna be very nice. Let's check here. This is you have the Fibonacci level, guys. Let's see it on the 1 hour chart. What do we see here? Yes, some small divergence to the upside. So if you want to push to the upside, I don't know if people want to enter above the 207 or maybe above this high 208 and or a $2 move, $3 move. Wait for it. Positive, because this is a positive move. I wish we had more. This is a sideways move I don't like. After the big, you can see the grind. This is a grinding move and sideways move. So careful with it, but you can find entry. See, this is a nice move to the upside, but this is the break. Sideways move, small break, sideways move, small break, sideways move, small break, sideways move. Nice break, sideways move. So will it continue to the break to the upside, or maybe now it will move to the downside? I think bars as I don't like it, because you can see the divergence, and nice divergence. Momentum is for the downside. I don't know, I like it. I don't like it, but there is a fight. You can see the fight. Divergence from all over the place. On the bigger time frame, divergence to the downside. On the smaller time frame, divergence again to the upside. So could move again with much weaker and then move to the downside. Two possibilities. Let's go with the gold very quickly. Gold, reach our target 180. Nothing much to say. Let's look at it on the daily. You can see the big move. It's too extended to the upside. Reach our target, clear this gap. And I know we have a gap there at the 185 area. I don't know if it has the power to continue. The market moved to the upside. The gold moved to the upside. I don't know the connection. So it's I will wait to the move. This inside candle finish on Friday, indecision candle. So there is no trigger for anywhere. I will not enter in this position, and this also a good area for resistance. You can see the 180 here, you can see it here. So this is too wide area, so could push here and then flash, could flash there. I will wait for it. Let's go for Oxy, see how oil stock grinding to the upside. Nothing much coming. This is, let me check something, 76.60. This is 80. So we might face, if we take it here, a move to the 50, 67 or even 70 and then going down. Guys, let's finish with the SPY again, and let's look to sum the prediction. a nice green candle at the end of the session, which little make me confused. We can see divergence of both ways. First for the upside, and it's already on the move. This is it. So it's on the move. So just taking the extension to see where it goes. If it goes something like this, you can see it already touched it. The first target, second target, the 400, and then 409, 410. So this is one scenario, but at the moment on the bigger time frame, I see the divergence to the downside. So the sellers are lurking, and I will see how it reacts again to the 400. I don't know if I will take any on Monday or Tuesday big investment position. Intraday, of course, with the momentum, but for swing trade or investment, I will be waiting to see the decision of the market. At the moment, there is no decision because it could do another green candle, which will, even if the green candle could look something like, let's assume it will look something like this. All right. What will happen? What will happen is this. We will have this moving up, and move to the downside. So it's gonna be rejection anyway, and I will wait for it to reject and move to the upside again. I don't like this move. I don't like this momentum. Momentum is negative, even though it could do something like this and make it up. I don't like it. See what happened when it started to be, let's say, dark purple. It could push up and immediately push down. And I will wait for this move. So it could push up and I will wait for this move. So be very careful with it. The sellers are lurking out. So this is it, guys. Hope you like it. This is live, guys. So I'm just opening the screen. What I'm seeing is what I'm telling. So sorry. Those are my thoughts. Hope it helps. Be very careful. This is just for entertainment use. I'm doing it just for me to see if I'm correct or not. So guys, good luck and have fun.